Morning, welcome back. Actually, it's afternoon here. It's November the 5th, 2019. And we've had, yesterday was a fairly sunny day, and today it's been quite sunny all day. So things are fairly dry, and I am going to collect the seeds that I've been talking about. There's some amaranth pigweed here. No, I'll leave that one. Even now, if you look closely at that stalk, there's green on the stalk. But let's go over to the other area here first, because there's another amaranth plant up right here. This is the largest one. Now, as I've been saying, the ideal is to see how well these plants will grow if they're actually taken care of. They are a wild amaranth. And the seeds are very easy to take off, same as any other of the, it's like wheat or anything. You just rub it between your hands, and if you're not worried about getting every last one, then it doesn't take very long. Clearing this out now to let you see the seeds. Now you can see the black seeds among that. If I go over here, you can see them out by themselves. And then all the brown stuff, that's just the seed husk. I have some brown paper bags here. So I'll put each type of seed in its own bag. I'm just going to write pigweed on it because that's the name of this amaranth. And I'll process this out more once I get inside, separating the seed from the husk. Now there's these two lamb's quarter here. Got my pruners put over there, but that's okay. I'll bring this in close and show you what the seeds look like on the plant. These are just fall right off so easily. I've had lamb's quarter grow much larger than this, and I don't know if it's a different variety of the ones I've seen online. I've seen online people with lamb's quarter growing like 6-7 feet tall. In which case, they'd put out an awful lot of seed. But you see, with the lamb's quarter, you just gotta wipe down the branch and the seeds fall right off. If you had a large paper bag, you could stick it down in the bag and shake it. But I will show you later when I get them processed inside. You can see the little black seeds there, and the darker brown is the chaff. Now, let's see how many beet seed we got. I only have 12 minutes of recording time left, so I'll have to quick at it. I said in an earlier video that I was only going to have one bed of beets. But next year, this will be a test of how well the viability of the beet seed. So I will have to do one bed out from the beet seed that I bought and do another bed with these. And I think I'm going to have enough to give to a local gardener that lives not too far from me. With these, see, you have to be kind of careful and make sure what you're taking is actually dry, because the flowers, there's not much difference in shape than the fruit. The very tips of those back ones if you don't wipe it very hard, then the seed that's ready, they'll come off, but the flowers won't. And so you end up with something like that. So that's the beet seed. Okay, this is the mustard seed, and that battery might run out at any time at all. So we'll quickly see how well they actually pop open. fairly well. I'll keep going until the battery, and just let the camera battery run out now. And then I'll recharge it and come back with the other processing. You see all the yellow seeds? After the battery died yesterday, I realized the easiest way to harvest the pods for the mustard seed. And so I left a little bit so that I can show you today. It's wind is up, so if it's too much wind noise, I'm going to have to do voiceover on this. Before I do, I'll walk around. You can see on these plants I've taken off all of the pods. And when I got going back there, some of the pods, they are almost brown, but they're not quite dry yet. You can see, like this one here has actually got green on them. These beds are running north-south. I made them back when I didn't quite know what I was doing. And so as I came back, you see they are looking dry from a distance, but when you look up close you can see that they still have color on them. So I was leaving them. This plant even has flowers on it still. So I was coming along and I pulled off all the ones that were obviously dry, and there's quite a bit here that's not dry. Don't know if I showed you before, these are the pods on the California poppy. And I have some that popped open, so I'll have California poppy growing here next year as well. And here is some dry ones that I'm going to show you now what I was talking about. I found that, I'll put the bowl there, you can take each branch, just a single strip like this, and go. And you've got it all in your hand like that, easy enough. Like with the rutabaga seed, you really should look and see if the stem is brown as well. That way you'll know for sure that the seed are ready. Because if you work your way back, you will go with this one. See, they're ready up top, but as the stem gets greener and greener, and these couple down here are not quite ready. But to get them off, some of these pods will break open, but because you're pulling it up, you'll just catch the seed in your hand as you do that. I think I'll pick these dry pods from the cabbage. It'll take a little bit of, but I'll pick those off camera, and I'll leave this plant here until it dies. Actually, there wasn't as many before, and you see I have a pod here now that's splitting. Oh, look down here. There's several pods splitting open, so I'll get those and show you what I got afterwards. See if I can stand back onto the wind to protect the camera from some of the wind. These are smaller flowers, but as I was saying, these are not supposed to grow very big anyway. They are the reddish colored sunflowers. So I'm going to be cutting a few of those. This one, if my memory serves me correctly, it's Russian mammoth, this big one here, and the tallest one over there. So I'll be collecting several of those, and I'll show you what the sunflowers I've got collected afterwards. We are in the basement now. The background noise you'll hear is the fans, the thermoelectric fans on the wood stove. Well, these are the sunflowers that I've collected, and apparently the Russian mammoth is the white seeded ones. So I have to hang these up to dry. I'll put them back there. These are the ones I had hanging to dry before. This is the false sunflower. The large-headed black oil sunflower. And I guess this is a Russian mammoth. Anyway, it's a white-seeded one. So I'll put those down there. Here's what I got out of the cabbage, and the pods were popping so easily that I had to put the bowl underneath and crush them over the bowl the same way I did with the rutabaga. If the old branch had been dry, I could have clipped off the branch and then brought the branch to the bowl. That is my collection of seeds for November the 5th. This video is getting up close to 20 minutes now, so if I add my processing onto it, it will be far too long. Stay tuned for part 2, and that will be the processing of the seeds. I hope you enjoyed this part. If you did, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.